Good evening, Facebook family. Bill Taylor here in the Ken's 5 Digital Center. It is a beautiful night. I feel like the UTSA coach tonight. Got the old Roadrunner white on, right? Home, wearing white. On the road, show them your colors. Isn't that how it goes? Anyway, one of my favorite little golf shirts there from UTSA. Birds up. How's everybody doing tonight? What's happening out there? Roy, I'm waiting to hug my wild hog trapper. Love what you do, man. I just muted Star Trek to watch Bill Taylor. Pete, that is the greatest compliment I've received in a long time, and I'm not even kidding. To get Star Trek muted, I know I've made it. Man, live long and prosper, brother. Hello, Jenny. How are you? Hi, Bill. 4 down and 1 to go. Bring on the much-needed rain. I'm afraid our chances are getting lower and lower. I'm so glad you brought that up early, Christoval. How you doing, buddy? It does appear that these rain chances are not going to be much that we can count on. And yes, you are correct. It is now turning into some needed rain. I wouldn't go much needed yet, but needed for sure, as I'm going to show you the new drought monitor. But first, the severe storm we're tracking. Pipe Creek. What's up, Marty? Mutant Bill Shatner to hear Bill Taylor. I want to put that on my bio, like maybe on my Twitter bio or my Facebook bio. Hi, Jenny. Thanks, Brandy. I appreciate you. Hey, Lorraine, Victoria's here. Trent, what's going on? Please, right, Missy? I know it. I need some rain. We need some rain. Hello from Florida. Absolutely, Kristen. Good to hear from you. Multitasking, watching me, and Spider-Man. Ashley, which one? Because there's so many. I love the Tobey Maguire ones. Those are my favorite. I haven't seen all of them, though, actually, so. Probably not, Holly. I don't think so. This storm I'm tracking is out west near Del Rio. So this is going to be something in northern Valverde County where there is a severe thunderstorm warning. So if you hear about this in Valverde, you don't have too much to worry about because this storm is just too far away from you. Notice that it's northwest Valverde County. Valverde County is about almost 3 Bexar counties in one. I mean, it's a huge county. Look at that. It's larger than, I think, a few of our states. And let's get the nuts and bolts on this warning for you. We've got it about 10 miles west of Pandal, about 24 miles north of Langtree. Okay, the storm's moving east at 15 miles per hour. So let's track that out at 15 miles per hour east. And we'll just get right in here and go east at 15. Probably not going to hit much of anything out there. Moving pretty slow. Yeah, well, Pandal. And that's at 9:12. So what we're getting with this, as far as the severe parameters, is the possibility of quarter-size hail and wind speeds of about, it's not giving us an estimate on the wind speeds. I don't know that I have the lightning tracker on. We're not even picking up much lightning, and you can see the hail core in that gray area right there. So this is one little isolated cell producing what the radar estimates is marble-size hail right now, and winds are probably running right around 45 or 50 miles per hour at the very least, because we've got good winds here, 18 to 20 miles per hour. Our flags, as I was coming in this evening, are really flying strong. So there's some good southeast winds pouring in the humidity. We've even had a little bit of that drizzle this morning. You know, and give you a good close-up view of this. And again, it's moving east at about 15 miles per hour, real slow mover, but it's got Valverde County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 9:45. Not much to worry about here. In Del Rio, you will not see this storm. You won't even hear the thunder. It's so far away. How many? 18 total, right? Oh, no problem. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Yancey's here. Hey, Randy. Oh, Ann, right? Beautiful breeze out on the porch this evening. Dawn, how are you? Good to see you. A little bit, Christina. I don't think we're going to see much, though. It's going to be a pretty cloudy Friday. Super windy. Yeah, Anna, it's definitely a southeast wind pouring it in. And I'm going to show you why. Because what we have is a cold front, dry line, and an area of low pressure, all kind of dovetailing out there west. And it's the dry line that's helping generate the thunderstorms that we're looking at in northern Valverde County. There's another cluster of that north, and you can see that as you move a little bit closer to Midland. You can see it right out ahead of that dry line area there. Well, hey, Jack Acosta, good to see you, brother. Hi, Sandra. Say no or yes on rain for bear. I'm going to go no on it. If it is like a yes or no answer, no percentages, I say no. I just, the new guidance is suggesting that a lot of this rain stays off to our south with this front, and that's going to be overnight Friday into Saturday morning. Gonzales needs some rain, absolutely. You guys are in some drought down there. I'll show you in just a second. Basketball, missing the Spurs, Richard, right? You miss them so much you're willing to see some basketball-sized hail. Yeah, no. Again, we don't even have the threat of severe here. What's happening is we've got a huge upper-level cap. So what that means is that there's a cap of warm air aloft over top of us that really inhibits thunderstorm development. Remember, for the convective process, that column of air has to go from warm up to cold. And without that cold air aloft, it's very difficult for the atmosphere to support thunderstorms or convection in general. That process just does not occur. So with that cap and a stronger cap expected, we're not thinking much in the form of rainfall for us, despite the front, despite the higher dew points. You know, I mean, those variables are definitely in place, but just doesn't feel like it's going to happen tomorrow. McMullen County, Barbara, yeah, a much better chance than us. Down to our south for Tilden and McMullen County, definitely. So I think so. Hey, Harmony knows Dawn. Awesome. I think we got gatewayers in the house. From New Braunfels, how you doing, Jenny? Not much at all. No, you know, from San Antonio, especially northeast, but then especially hill country, staying dry this go around. So let's talk about that. When we get into tomorrow, now the computer model that I'm using here is going to be the NAM, the North American model, which, by the way, I was scheduled to do my Weather Models 101 yesterday afternoon. I was preempted with breaking news. So we're going to schedule that for next week and get into computer models. So tell the kiddos, because you're hearing a lot more about models today than ever before. They're using models for infectious disease and just how the infection rates are expected to go moving forward. They use model forecasts, of course, for climate change. And these are all things that are going to be a big part of y'all's future. So make sure the kiddos are going to be staying tuned for next week's Cloudy with a Chance of Learning, our live interactive weather classroom. All right, so I'm going to show you something real quick, and this will be part of that discussion. We want to find the model that's initializing well, that's performing well with the current situation. This NAM model does not have the rain over Valverde County, as you see right here, okay? So what we'll do is we'll go in and take a look and do a compare-contrast with some different models, okay? Hi, Jan. Bernie is going to be dry tonight for sure, but a slight chance of rain. We all have a slight chance, I will say that. But yes or no, as I was put to the test just a minute ago, no percentages, yes or no, rain for bear, I said no. Okay, just so I go on the record as saying that. All right, but there is a slight chance. I can't say zero chance, but if you're just asking me, like I said. All right, so the NAM. Now, that's the NAM you're looking at. Now we go to the European, and this is a 9-kilometer resolution, and current picture has rain over Floresville and Atascosa County. We know that's not true. So we'll go to the 9-kilometer European, and doesn't have anything over Del Rio. We're looking for one of these models to put a little something over Del Rio. Okay, there we go. So this is the what we call the HER, the rapid refresh, and it's north of Rock Springs. That's going to be close enough. That's very close to reality, okay? So the HER is doing well. Let's remember that. We go to the GFS, and 0. Oh, never mind. It has a pretty good area of rain from New Braunfels down to Karnes City, which we know, again, not true. High resolution, CONUS is also pretty good. That's right in line, so either that one or the HER are doing well. All right, the IBM, 3-kilometer, North American, and it has a few showers down around Beeville, but that's it. We had the NAM. Let's go to the RPM, 13-kilometer. Bingo. That is the best one yet. It's got it right on the money. Okay, so we've got a new model in the lead, the 13-kilometer RPM. The 12-kilometer not doing as well, the 4-kilometer. This is the resolution. I'm giving those kilometer numbers. That's the grid in which this model is forecasting. So if you look at the 13-kilometer grid, it's, imagine a box of 13 kilometers, you know, square, that this model is going to be forecasting within. So the best one was the RPM, 13 kilometer. Now, we have that. Now we want to see what it says moving forward, because it's got the best handle on the current situation. And what happens with models is there are multiple runs. Okay, so we get the live data, like we have the rain, we get new pressure numbers, we get new temperature numbers, we get new humidity numbers. All those kind of things are plugged into the model, and then the model reruns. And that's why there's several runs throughout a 24-hour period. Then you want to keep up with that and see how the model is performing and how the model is trending. Okay, if it's trending that, you know, more rain's building or whatnot. Vanessa, how's Del Rio looking? Mariah's 8th birthday Saturday. The weather will be cooler. It'll be a little cloudy and breezy in the morning. But you're definitely going to be dry for Mariah's birthday. Happy birthday, Mariah. We'll sing to her tomorrow, okay? More fake weather. All right, Scott. Hey, Veronica, how are you? Speaking of gatewayers, great to see you. Quanah, Texas. Storm chasers reporting 3.5-inch size hail. That's some big stuff, Myra. In fact, I've got a great colleague here at Ken's 5, Jason Eggleston. Jason is from Quanah, Texas. You hardly ever hear about Quanah. That's a small little town up near Wichita Falls, near the Red River of Texas and Oklahoma. That's too cool. Yeah, Jason's a great guy. He, in fact, joins me, Joe Ryan Eagle, Jason Eggleston. The three of us all arrived here at Ken's 5 24 years ago within months of each other. Jason was here first, and I came in, then Joe. And it was all within about, honestly, a few months. It's crazy. Next week looks a little wet. Well, Karsten, yeah, we get several days of rain chances next week, kind of a pattern for 20 and 30% rain chances over the stretch of a few days. Castroville's here. Hi, Tina. Can I wear shorts on Friday? Right, Mark? Definitely. You can wear shorts tomorrow. I think Saturday's going to be a little bit cooler. All right, so let's take a look. The model does not even get this rain. Look at that. It does not even get out of Val Verde County. And that, I would really bank on that, because that, even though that's an isolated severe storm right now, it's dying out. Coming off that dry line, which is what kicked it up, it's moving very slowly to the east. It's not showing a great structure. It didn't even have much lightning, and the hail was very small. I don't expect that warning to last. Oh, Veronica, you're welcome. I love doing it. I appreciate you saying that. Thanks so much. Oh, thanks, Alejandro. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Are you the mayor? All right, Vanessa, you made Mariah's night. Oh, that's awesome. Mariah, we're going to sing tomorrow night, so you better join me here, which now holds me accountable. I'll be here tomorrow night, Lord willing, and we're going to sing to Mariah, who is 8, the Ocho. That's a great, you get all weekend to celebrate when you turn 8. That's kind of the rule. You can look, you can Google it. It's kind of the rule. When you turn 8, you get the whole weekend to celebrate. Celebrate when you're 8. It's a thing. All right, let's go. We've got that rain shower going away quickly. And then we get into the overnight. You see a few clouds breaking up just a little bit. So we wouldn't call it mostly cloudy. Some of those clouds thin out. Now we're at 9 a.m. Friday. Isolated showers near Fredericksburg, Kerrville popping up, but not much. Almost like what we had this morning, I bet. A little bit of that misty drizzle. It was very brief, and it wasn't measurable. Now here comes some measurable rain. This is 5 p.m. tomorrow. And a good line of showers from Victoria through Beeville. I know McMullen County was in the house, so Tilden gets a little bit of that rain, pushes to the coast. Notice the temperatures tomorrow, still going to get up to about 87, maybe 89, there it is, 88, 89 early by 1 o'clock. Okay, so it looks like the front's cooler air starts spilling south. Notice that the hill country briefly gets to 81 Kerrville. Fredericksburg stays in the 70s all day tomorrow. So then there, we get some clearing, and there's going to be some breaks in these clouds. So I would call it mostly cloudy for sure, but an occasional blue sky is going to show up tomorrow. It's very similar to today, but very windy tomorrow. I'll show you a wind forecast in a moment. But now, overnight into Saturday morning, we're at 2 a.m. and you see more rain building to the south. This is when our best chance is going to come in. With this overrunning setup, maybe a shower moves north and into San Antonio. But look at this. This new model run, wow, does not even get it to Atascosa County. Oh, my goodness. So we saw rain chances back. The best the rain chances we're getting on these models was about 40%. And the models are doing what's called a great consensus on this system. In other words, they're all pretty much agreeing with each other that the best rain of measurable totals would be to our south anyway. And early on, and I'm saying Monday, Tuesday time frame, we had a few of the showers lifting far enough north to San Antonio. And that would only be with the cap breaking, okay, with the air aloft cooling off. But it doesn't appear that's going to be the case, that the cap stays too tight and that with these showers down to the south, they just won't make a trip to the north. So they get up as far as maybe Karnes County and maybe just a brief spell in southern Atascosa County before that is it. Because once we get to Saturday afternoon, you can see that the clouds aren't even too bad. We break them, there's 5:30 in the morning, it's mostly cloudy, there's some decent sunshine by midday, so hit and miss on clouds through the afternoon. And this model, because of the sun, is taking us to 78 on Saturday, so warmer, because we'll get more more sunshine and we won't see as much rain. Now, one thing's for sure, it's going to be a nice cool Sunday morning. For Mother's Day, I think like mid-50s, so that should be a nice change. Happy Thursday, Danielle. Good to see you. It's Friday Eve, right? Hi, Helen. Good to see you here. JJ, he's 4 and loves the radar. Jenny, you might have a future meteorologist out there. What's up, JJ? Loves looking at the radar. If you want to really give him one on your phone that you can look at, Radar Scope. It's a little pricey as far as apps go, but it is superior. But there are plenty of radar apps out there. The KENS 5 app, okay? Make sure you got the KENS 5 app on your phone and JJ can look at radar. Kenneth, one time with Cindy. Hey, oh yeah, Brianna, of course. I remember meeting Kenneth, the great friends of ours. That's awesome. Smoking oh, Faustino, that's a great idea. Are you one of those artists? I tell you, the art of a brisket, it does take a true chef to get that brisket right. So, rainfall. Next week we get into a pattern that gives us about 3-4 days of rain chances. But I want to show you that that does not mean a washout of a weather pattern. The computer models are suggesting very little in the form of rainfall, and this is the next 7 days, from today through next Thursday, the 14th, right? This is expecting, or we are expecting, 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch tops. You move south and you get some better totals towards the Texas coast, but that's not a whole lot of rain. And we're now in a spot where we need it. Thursday, every Thursday, the drought monitor comes out, and that's what you're looking at here, where we've seen the moderate drought sneak in from the west and kind of take half of Bexar County now. So we've got from the north side down through west and southwest San Antonio to, say, Somerset, northeast to almost about Live Oak is going to be moderate drought. Give you a closer look at this. And you see the one pocket remains the same. Eagle Pass, down towards Crystal City and Carrizo Springs, that's all going to be the extreme and severe pocket. And then you have to move pretty far east over to Beeville and Goliad and Victoria for the next little spot of severe drought with that one little pocket of extreme near Beeville. All that yellow is not drought, just dry, okay, drier than normal. So this is the newest drought monitor showing us where drought is worse and where we expect things to be normal. That's going to be Del Rio through Rock Springs, Lakey. But you see now that dry pocket is lifting up into the hill country where they were at a normal report last couple of weeks. Awesome. Yeah, Brianna, that's awesome. KENS 5 app, and JJ's going to be on those radars. That's going to be awesome, and he's going to be a future weatherman. Right, Carly? It's going to be cooler. I wouldn't, necessarily call it the cold front. Here's what's interesting about this front is that the polar vortex will be unleashed. Release the Kraken. The polar vortex, man. This is crazy that we're getting it this time of year because, we did not even talk about the polar vortex in the winter months, but we wait until May. And of course, wouldn't it just be right and just about par for the course of 2020? This has been the craziest year, and we're not even halfway through it. But here is the polar vortex. What the polar vortex is an area of low pressure at the North Pole. Okay, the term vortex is a swirling area of wind, like a tornado. That's a vortex. So now you go up to the poles, and it typically sits at the pole, okay, and does not move much. And it didn't this whole winter really do much at all. And now it's on the move. And here it is over Moosonee. I still haven't gotten the correct pronunciation on that, northwest of Toronto. But we put this in motion tonight, and watch it descend into the northeast. So it drops south, southeast. Look at all that snow. And that's going to be Toronto, most of New York, Pennsylvania. They're expecting snow this week, Mother's Day weekend. I mean, that is just incredible to have snow in May. And then you can see another on the back side of it. Look at the Dakotas, South Dakota, North Dakota, a little bit around Billings. Snow showers in the forecast for Mother's Day. What? And now then the polar vortex moves out towards Quebec and quickly leaves. You can see what we call that tight pressure gradient right in there at St. Louis. It's going to be wrapping right around that front. Juan needs that cold front. He wants that cold front. Enjoy them as much as the kids. Right, Debbie? All right. I would love this cold front, but it's just not going to happen. I would like some of that rain. Here's the, I'm going to show you the other reason why we need some of this rain. Now, here's next week. Good sized system up to our north. You can see that the rain is in the area for a couple of days. Just keep your eyes on Texas there, and you can see, let me get this up full for you, and you'll see it better. Pretty good coverage, I mean, through the state, okay? Remember, this is a week away now, so this can change dramatically. But computer models are favoring a couple of days of decent rain chances next week. And like I said, we definitely need it. Thanks, Pettis. Appreciate it. So Del Rio's in good shape. You know, we were tracking this thunderstorm. Let's get back to it real quick and see what we've got on this warning. And it was canceled. I figured as much because this was not really building at all. It was showing signs of weakening, if anything else. We'll get in here closer. Northern Valverde County, this will not affect Del Rio at all. It'll be so far away. Like I said, Valverde County is so large. In this storm, you won't even hear. Now, it is now producing some lightning. But the warning is over. And you see it's just one small cell. And it's probably not even going to make it much farther east before it rains itself out. So we're not expecting, it's not going to rain Sunday. No, Ramona, not going to rain Sunday. In fact, before I show you why we need this rainfall, I'll show you the 7-day forecast. 7 days is going to give you a beautiful Mother's Day. A little AM chill, I will call it. 56 in the city, so go about 47 at least, maybe 48 in the hill country. And that's going to be Kerrville, Fredericksburg. I think some spots could be as chilly as 44 or 45 Sunday morning in the hill country only. And then highs lower 80s, partly cloudy skies. Really nice day to celebrate Mom. And notice again, breezy tomorrow with those north winds picking up in the afternoon. High of 82, and then it's much cooler Saturday. Now, the model I just showed you gave us 78. I've got 76. That's counting on a few more clouds. The rain chance is early, and notice it's not very good. 30% is the highest it gets overnight Friday into early Saturday, and that's going to be it. I mean, that means 70% of it stay dry, and that's why I don't think we see much of anything. And then by next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, weather pattern leans into a few days of rain chances that are still not whoppers. I mean, the highest even among those is only 40% right now. So again, we do need this. So here, watch. I'm going to show you. I'll drink with you. Keep it in the family. Absolutely, Brianna. So let me show you what is going to start to be a concern, okay? The Edwards Aquifer number. So this is an important number because, see, you're going to see a lot of ground clutter on that radar imagery there. That is not rain, unfortunately. So 661.6, that's the daily reading from the J17 well, which is out near Fort Sam Houston. So we use that pressurized well to measure what we've got in the aquifer, okay? And the 10-day average, the number in the middle, so the 24-hour change from yesterday to today, it dropped a little more than half a foot. Then the 10-day average, 664.8. That's the number we watch, because when that number hits 660 feet, we go into stage 1 water restrictions. That's as long as there aren't any rain chances. You know, they do consider, the Aquifer Authority and SAWS will get together on this, And if it looks like it's a dry pattern and we hit 660, then they will trigger stage 1. If we drop to 650, we go to stage 2. We've never been at stage 3. So it goes down every 10 feet, goes to a new stage and more restrictions. The restrictions at stage 1, watering once a week based on your address. And that's usually all the, water you'll need as far as what you need on your lawn on a weekly basis. So not much to worry about there as far as what the restrictions hold you to, okay? But this is going to now be a concern. So next week's rain, since we can't really count on what we're expecting on these chances Friday, Saturday, next week's rain chances of 30-40%, again, not a ton we can really count on either, especially a week out, because that could really change. We're going to need this rain, guys. We're really going to need this rain because we avoided restrictions altogether last summer. We did not even go to stage 1 last summer, and I cannot even remember the last time we went a summer without water restrictions. That was amazing. And so is this coffee. Sorry, I was just doing that to be funny. Speaking of being funny, you ready? What's the difference between a hippopotamus? No, not a hippopotamus. Let's just call it a hippo. What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo? One's really heavy, the other one a little lighter. Oh, all right. I know, right, Lisa? Here we go. 2020 water restrictions before before June, in May. Yes, let's do it. Let's talk to Cindy and Joel, and let's get that little baby girl, and let's have a get-together, Brianna, once we get through this pandemic. I miss the Hagers. I love the Hagers. I'll tell you a great story about Cindy and Joel Hager real quick. This is circa 1998, okay? We both have our first baby girl, okay? Joel and Cindy, their baby girl Chandler. Bill and Jamie, I'm Bill. Our baby girl Carissa, right? And so we meet the Hagers because we find out that we're at the same daycare and they're only 5 days apart. Their birthdays are 5 days apart. And we're like, oh, it's our first daughter. And they're like, oh, it's our first daughter. Oh, wow, And again, we would see them every morning when we brought the babies into daycare. Great couple, Chandler and Carissa, little, daycare playmates, right? And they were infants. I mean, it was, they were only, what, about 10 months old when they met? 9, 10 months old, okay? And now they're 21. Oof, incredible. So anyway, it was probably, we knew them for several months, seeing them at daycare, and we weren't getting together. We were just like, hey, good to see you again. Hi, how are you? We'd see them almost every day. And it was several months before we had a garage sale, okay? And we're out in the driveway. My wife and I are selling and doing things, right? When all of a sudden, here comes Cindy and Joel with a stroller. And I'm like, wait, where'd you guys park? Hey guys, how you doing? And they're like, we live a block away. We were in the same neighborhood, and we did not know it until that garage sale. We knew each other for several months, Cindy, and because of Chandler and Carissa, and there we were a block away from each other. And so we became the best of friends. We still are friends, and it's just a great couple, great family. Love them. Okay. 80% for when? That's 80% what? Not rain? Bill, can you say hi to JJ Bales during your 10 p.m. weathercast? Future weatherman. Oh, Jenny, I don't know, during the 10, because we talk here, but during the 10, it's my little brief, what I call the Cliff Note version of what you get here, because I don't have much time. So I'd rather say hi here, because if I start saying hi in the weathercast, then I'm going to be saying hi to too many and it'll get out of hand. Eddie, what's up? What's going on? It's been a while. Pat, watching from Crystal City. Good to see you guys. You guys have a much better chance of rain, and you need it more than we do. So I hope y'all get that rain down there this upcoming Friday, Saturday. You and your neighbor's boys 3 days apart. Elizabeth, that's cool. That's really cool. See? How do you like that? Now, are they young still? That's cool. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap things up from here on our wonderful Thursday evening. Tomorrow is Friday, and it should be a nice day. It's going to be a breezy one. Remember, high winds tomorrow afternoon, just kind of like what winds we're getting tonight. We're about 20 miles an hour out there with the occasional gust pushing 20 to 25. So be in mind of that for tomorrow. Extra hairspray time, right? I love you. God bless you. We'll see you on Eyewitness News at 10. Y'all take care. Stay safe. And we will see you soon on Ken's 5. Adios.